I break down dozens of pay structures for online coaching offers to see what would be the best way for you as a business owner to keep your sales team motivated. I'll share with you structures you can implement straight away, including the structures we use for our seven-figure sales teams that we manage. Now, if you're watching this channel for the first time, my name is Pat and I run a sales recruitment and sales management agency, and we focus on the coaching industry. And I've seen all kinds of compensation plans that, if used correctly, can really benefit you in growing your business. And if you hang around until the end, you'll see a calculator that you can use to make sure your business is profitable when paying out your sales reps. So here are some pay structures you can implement straight away when trying to attract and also keep the right sales talent. First thing you need to think about, because most of the coaching sales roles out there is on commission only, is to not focus on the percentages of commissions, but rather on the monthly income or the on-target earnings that a sales rep can make. This is so that the sales rep can get a clearer picture on what's really in it for them. There's no point in selling an offer that has 20% commission, but you only get 2 to 3 calls per week and your offer is only $5,000. So let me show you some examples of this, and I'm basing the numbers off a business that can generate $30,000 to $40,000 a month in cash collected. So if you're on a higher monthly revenue number and a better lead flow, then the OTE will look really, really good. And I'm using these figures to show you what's possible when you bring on a sales rep, even at these lower levels, okay? So let's look at this first one. This is based on cash collected from signed appointments. All the commission structures we'll go through are based on cash collected, not contracted sales, just to be clear on that one. So in this version, what we're looking at, depending on your lead sources, but if you have a lot of leads or you give them the opportunity to do some self-generated or cold outbound, looking at about 25% commission. Warm outbound or inbound leads, they get it at 12.5% commission. There's a lot of different types of ranges in commissions, but we find that 12.5 is a good benchmark. Something like this with around that $30,000 to $40,000 signed amounts, you should generate about $5,000 per month for a closer. Is that enough for full time? Well, probably not. They're probably working on a couple of offers, but this is a good starting point. And as you ramp up, they have the ability to make 10,000 plus as you increase your lead volume and also your lead flow. For something like this, here's an example. Let's say they sign 10 clients at an average order of about 4,000. Your program could be 5,000, 6,000, 10,000. But let's say with payment plans and things like that, they sign on an average about $4,000 per client. Now, cash collected on that is about 40,000. And if they did one self-generated lead, that equates to about $1,000 in commission. The rest of them is inbound, and none of them happen. That's about $4,500. So that's about $5,500 per month on average that they can be making if they stuck to these numbers. Obviously, if they don't do any self-generated, it's around about that $4,500 mark. The next version of commission only, again, based on cash collected, is if we just do 15% commission, whether it's a warm outbound lead that they generate or an inbound lead that's booked straight into their calendar. What this looks like is about $6,000 per month on cash collected. And again, same example, so we keep the control the same. 10 clients at $4,000 on average, about $40,000 per month. And if they did 10 of those at 15%, that's about a $6,000 a month. This compared to version 1, depending on, again, your lead sources, this is a great one to go by. If you're doing 15%, just got to make sure that the numbers work. Okay, so having an awesome pay structure for your sales team is a lot like having an awesome offer for your clients. Help them win, and they'll commit to your business so that you can win big as well. Now, version 3, we start to introduce a base plus commission structure. Now, this first one is what we call a prepaid base plus commission. So what it really does, it looks something like this. The first part of it is that they'll get a base income of $2,500 per month, but we say prepaid because that is in lieu of getting $20,000 in sales if we're using a 12.5% commission rate. That means that they're guaranteed $2,500 at least for the first couple of months. This is a great way to ramp up sales reps, especially if the offer is relatively new or there's some things you need to iron out, that they have the ability to at least make some base income. First, that $2,500 really covers the first $20,000. So anything after that first $20,000 is at 12.5. And this is what it looks like. 10 clients, same thing as before. 10 clients at an average of 4,000, about $40,000 cash collected in a month. 10 clients signed at an average of 4,000 at 12.5%. Okay, so that's 2,500 plus the base of 2,500, then it's at 5,000. One key note for this particular structure is that once there's a good consistency from the sales rep of closing deals, then is to move them on to a commission only instead of doing 12.5% commission, you might then do 15% commission for all sales. Again, this is a great way if you want to ramp somebody up quickly. In most cases, the sales reps that will opt for the higher percentages, but this is a great way to ramp somebody in. Now, version 4, again, is just base plus commission. Now, this is just straight base plus commission that goes through. For something like this, you might want to play around the base income plus the commission itself. So whether it's 10% commissions, 12.5%, 15%, really depends on the offer. But using conservative numbers here, something like this on the same 10 signed clients at an average of $4,000, $40,000 cash collected in a month, 10 signed clients will get about $6,000 per month. So you can see just by doing this base plus commission, it just gives them a little bit of certainty. But what you'll find is the really good sales reps will probably opt for a higher commission because they trust their skills. Part of an amazing offer to a closer is made up of a number of things. The lead flow for inbound and warm outbound, your nurture methods to help you outreach, branding and influence in your industry, your overall marketing strategy, your company culture, your products and services, your client success, and the potential to grow within. Now, to give them some more motivation, looking at additional bonuses for closers is something that could be really useful and could really incentivize them over and above their current pay structure. So there's 3 here that I want to share. The first one is a volume bonus, which is an increase in the percentages placed on the commissions for exceeding targets. So this could be for us if they get past a certain revenue number or a sales cash collected number, that it would be an extra 5 to 10% extra on commissions per signed above that number. This is really good for hitting certain targets or certain hurdles that they can then earn more money for signing more clients. Next one is instead of a volume percentage, it's a volume dollar value. So that could represent an extra $500 in commission for a client signed above and beyond a particular target. This is a great way to see then a fixed number. It kind of keeps your projections a little bit tighter as well by introducing that. So a volume bonus on percentage, volume bonus on a dollar figure, that could be really useful. And the third one is volume bonus total. So a little bit different to the volume bonus above in the second one, where it's an extra commission per signed client. It could represent like one total value for exceeding a particular revenue target. So if they sign over and above $100,000, that they get an extra $1,000 as a result of that effort. It's not necessarily dependent on each signed client. So these are great additions to have to motivate your sales team, especially if you've got a team bonus that you can introduce this to as well, where everyone works together and works to compete with each other to then get you more revenue in this way. And they get paid more as well. So that's it. There are my top compensation structures without getting it too complicated. Ideally, most closers get really excited when they have the ability to hit consistent $10,000 plus months. And as long as you're able to provide the opportunities through getting your marketing dialed in and providing good leadership, then you'll have a very talented and loyal sales team that will perform. And if you're scaling your sales and want to see how these numbers look with the different pay structures, we've got some pre-filled projections to give you a comparison. Just hit me with a comment below and I'll get this document out to you so that you can see how it will affect your business. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.